Hi everyone. Today we have a very beautiful and very encourageable guest, and she's Deepa Upadhyay. So, hi Deepa, how are you?
Hi,
And
Lipsa.
how
Thank you so much for having me here, and I'm feeling very pumped up and rejuvenate because I am in front of you. How about you?
Yes, I am not too savvy, and everything is coming up with roses. But today is not a very productive day for me, and yes, everything is what it is. So that's how life is going on.
So I think we can consider our everyday as so old, isn't it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
So before we start the conversation, I think we should introduce ourselves. The
sure.
ball is in your court.
Okay, so as you know, my name is Deepa Upadhyay Patak. Basically, I am from Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, but currently I live in Ghaziabad. I'm mother of two wonderful kids. And if I talk about my education, so I have completed my PG in education, B.Ed as well as NTT. Besides it, I have cracked CTET and UPTET both. Moreover, I have done a course which is related to our brain. It's called NLP, Neuro Linguistic Program. And as well, these days I am on a quest to become more eloquent and proficient speaker. That's how I have started my own YouTube channel by the name of Talk to Thrive with Shubdev. That's it all about me. Yeah.
Yeah. So sure, then I should introduce myself. My name is Lipsa, and I hail from Odisha, and I reside in Mumbai. It has been 6 years since I moved here, and I have one daughter. She is the apple of my eye, and I'm a
Mhm.
proudly homemaker. If I talk about my hobbies, then I'm a little bit of hermit person. I prefer to listening music and spiritual podcast in my downtime. And apart from that, if I talk about my education, then I have done my master's in biotechnology in Pune University. Nowadays, I would say that I'm trying to be happy camper through the English speaking because I'm that kind of person who doesn't break the ice initially. But
Yeah.
through the English speaking, now I'm trying to be a social butterfly through the English speaking. So yes, that's pretty much about me, and I'm trying to enhance my English speaking to improve my personality and my communication skills. So that's pretty
Hmm.
much about me.
That's great. I would say it was so interesting introduction from your side. And as you mentioned earlier, like you these days you are trying to become an how to say social butterfly. So how is your journey? I would like to say ask even.
But actually, in deep down, I'm a very too timid person. I'm not a very people person also, but life will make you like that person. Like I'm not that kind of person who doesn't uh, take the approach to that person. Okay, I'm ready to talk with you. I'm very shy. I'm very bashful person, but since I joined the English platform, I try to communicate to different persons so that I can improve my communication because I feel that if you go outside and you know English, if you don't know English, then people always cast aside you. If you have sound knowledge of English, but they'll always cast aside, they always look down on you. And my intention is not that to get a good job. It's about to become a proficient speaker, an eloquent speaker, because um, whenever I go to my daughter's PTM and whenever I go to any malls, any public places, that time I feel isolated. So that is the reason I want to English, I want to learn English for myself. So that is a thing, and now I'm trying. I can say that now I am in my element whenever I practice my English with co-learners, and I normally I get into trance whenever I practice my English with different people, so that it just boosts my confidence. So that is it.
I think our path is similar uh, to you also because I also why I'm learning because I want to enhance, I want to polish my personality.
Yes.
Yeah, that is the reason I wish. Yeah.
Yes, sir, some person have that mindset. Okay, if I want to, if I put proficient English speaking, then I'll get a good job. They are not wrong in their state, but I feel that before you go any place, you should be prepared for that. No matter you speak in English or Hindi, your communication should sound like a very eloquent. That's what we are learning this language.
Yeah, but Lipsa, these days, as we already know, English and especially spoken English is becoming ubiquitous, I would say. So everyone
Yes,
require these things, and if you are very good in communication, that is good. But if you are good at spoken English, that would be icing on the cake, right?
yes.
So these days, whatever I am feeling right now, I would say.
And yes, in a nutshell, it will unlock different opportunities for you through your English.
Hmm.
So it's like it's inevitable that if you learn this English through, you give your soul and heart, and if you give self-discipline to your English, then it too will give a tremendous result to your English speaking. So that's just inevitable for your future,
It
you know?
is, and even since now, if I talk about my journey, so now I can articulate my thought in this language, and I am quite confident than earlier. I earlier like I can consider myself like you. I am also very timid. I am also very shy. For me, it's very difficult to break the ice. But these days, because of this language, I am doing so. That's how I always add one or two lines in addition. We are not just learning a language. Actual, we are polishing our personality through this language.
Yes. Yes. It's the
Yeah.
same thing. Like I'm a very, what I'll say, I'm very wallflower person, and now through this English journey, every time every time I approach different people, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel that if nobody will come to you to approach for me, Lipsa, could you do a session for me? So
Mm.
if I want to be a eloquent speaker, then I have to break the ice initially. No one would come with me. Then you should session do with me. That's not possible. If you want to be improve ourselves, and we want to do that decision for ourselves. No one will help us.
Exactly, exactly. Because it's our responsibility, and as is our dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get to the point. So today our topic is compare why the parents to why do parents compare their children to others. So my first question is that. So what is your take on?
So, as I am also a mother, as sometime I also do the same. I also compare my daughter, but I compare. I want to see her on pinnacle. That is the reason. In good way, I want to compare her in good way, not bad way. But if we are comparing, if we are consistently comparing our kids, it could be compound to feel, make them uh, how to say, uncomfortable, I would say, and they would be start asking, they would be start raising their question against their personality. Right, they would ask like, I think I'm not good enough. So it could be affect their confidence. So all the time we should not do that, but instead of comparing our kids from others kids, it's better to compare their own journey from their past, I would say. Let's suppose if I these day I am working on it, even I don't want to even compare my daughter because she is quite good. Even every parents compare their children from my daughter, I would say. So I would say I'm quite privileged, but still, when my daughter got to know she is quite good in communication, in English, in education studies, and she started taking those things like wrongly. So we
Yes.
should not, let them hurt to do. And that way I start asking one question: should, if you are getting kind of, I consider these things at a negative way, because it's going to affect your productivity, right?
Yeah.
And if some things push or nudge yourself to do greater in your life, that is good, that is good. But if you are comparing and if you are getting, okay, I am good enough, I don't need to do anything, I don't need to like pressurize myself to do study more. So in that case, I always raise my voice, okay, just ask one question. In last PA, you have got it, like got, you have got these kind of marks, and now you are losing. It might be from 1 marks or 1.5 marks, but still you are losing. So ask where you are losing your study, and might be you are feeling like you are so good at study. It is not like that. So don't, confidence is good thing, but overconfidence is not good thing, right? So try to
Yes.
compare your own journey with yourself. That is good.
Yeah. Yes, I can resonate with you completely. As a parents, we always want that our child should be successful in their career.
Mhm.
To some extent, it's not completely wrong. However, we don't how to operate in a good way, right? We don't admire, we don't appreciate what we really have. We always complain that what the kind of children the other person have, and we often see that the grass is always greener on the other side,
Exactly.
right? And if you keep compared if you keep comparing with your children, the child will feel that insecurity, that jealousy in
Mhm.
their future, because child
Yes.
is like a very innocent, very flower, and they are so catchy. They always follow us whatever we are doing. And this is not the right period we teach them that you should compare with your students, you should compare with your partners. This is not their age. So we should inculcate the good habits, that discipline, that confidence in them for a very young age. We should not drill that comparison in their head from a very young age, but because it will detrimental to their mental health. So it's very important to watch our words carefully, what we are saying to them. And I could say that like like in my childhood, I must have felt that thing. My parents were also doing the comparison with other kids, and that time, to be honest, it really hurts to me. And my parents always complained me that what was wrong with you? Why can't you good marks like her? And that time I felt that why they are complaining to me. Well, like every student has their own pace of learning. You can't compare it with others. But I think today's era is that it is what it is. They will not understand what is the bad effect of comparison. And I always say that comparison is the thief of joy. So that is it.
At mathematics, someone good at in like sports. So why you are comparing? Like every flower has a different uh, sense, I would say, and different uh, personality. So even everyone knows these things, everyone aware about this reality, but still, I think parents, even parents, or every in our society, it's our society norms to compare.
Yes.
So it's better to, and as this way we have raised in our childhood also, so it could be affected
Yes.
also in our parenting, I would say.
Exactly, because if you see that the Sachin Tendulkar and some athletes in our country, they will not give the bookish answer. They are successful through their hard work, their dedication. If you ask them, they will not give you the bookish answer. They are not the bookworm. So as a parents, they always think that if we do the comparison to our child, then our child will study harder. But it's not the complete truth. Our child can be a successful through their own choices. Like if my child is want to be a cricketer, my child want to be a singer, then I don't need to push that. Okay, you want to be bookworm. It's not a completely right thing for her. So it should be like I could say that let your child what they want to be. You don't need to the accountability that what they want to be in their life. So it's their life, let them take decision for them.
And one thing also, I think responsible on these things, I would say, if their parents they want to be something in their life and somehow they couldn't be, or like some, because of some reason, and they are also trying to impose their dream on their kids. That is also not good, right? If someone wanted to
Yes.
become IPS officer, and because of some
Hmm.
life issue, their personal issue, they couldn't find their goal, and still they are dreaming their dream to how to say that in their kids' life. It is not good. It was your dream,
Yes.
not your kid's dream, right? And
Yes.
everyone has like in your universe sended us with a different personality and different qualities, so not
Yes.
need to compare here.
Yes, exactly. I unfortunately parents don't want to understand that and they're still comparing. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Um, if the let the constant comparison will ruin the relationship between our parents and our children.
Definitely is going to affect your relationship, parents and there with their kids, right? And it could be a healthy relationship could be become or compound to be a, a very how to say negative relationship, I would say, right? So it's better to, and because of course in our childhood we have already faced this kind of things, right? And we can understand very well their situation. If our parents used to compare ourselves with others, they are uh, they are scoring lots of mark, like 100 out of 100, 100 out of 90, and you are still stuck on 85. So why? You have also two hand, you have also two leg. Whatever they are consuming, you are also getting lots of opportunity and lots of things in your life. Access also is there already available, whatever you want. So, but they are not able to understand their mindset. Everyone has a different IQ. So why you are comparing here? Everyone has a
Yes.
different dream to do in their life. Everyone
Yes.
has even is already decided on the sky what why we are here, with our sole purpose we are here. So everyone cannot cook food and everyone cannot drive aeroplane. If everyone have started drive aeroplanes, so who will cook food,
Exactly.
right? So try to understand. Even we also think I also used to do some time, but I later sometime after, I would say a few minutes later, I start understand whatever I have done, it was not good. If I want to understand my daughter something, so it should be my accountability in like in a positive way, how I can mold her brain and mind to do something, how I
Yes.
convince her to do, because some extent education is also very important. I'm not saying that you have to score 100 out of 100. I'm just saying just put your best whatever you can, right? And rest of things
Yes.
just leave it on the God and your teacher.
Exactly. You give a pragmatic approach, and I could say that a relation between a parents and a children
Mhm.
is a very beautiful and a comfort relationship.
Exactly.
But if you keep comparing our children with others, they feel that no matter what we do in our life, our parents will not support us. They will not give a shoulder to cry on,
Mhm.
and they feel that um, we are alone in our life, and they will not support through our thick and thin, and it will ruin the relations between the parents and the childrens. And if you keep comparing your children continuously, it will become a slippery slope for you and for your children. And if you always if you supporting them, then it will give a dopamine effect to their future and their confidence. In the other hand, if you constantly compare it to the other children, then it will create a domino effect, because eventually they will lose interest in everything because they know that whatever they do in their life, you don't appreciate them. So that's how that will detrimental their relationship, I could say.
Yeah, definitely. Even sometimes my daughter also know you always try to compare myself. I said I'm not just comparing yourself. You are comparing yourself. Like her parents let him they are allowed to do whatever she want or he want in her life or his life. But why you are asking all the time question? But Lipsa, in our society, girls, even any child, they are not children. They are not safe alone to go
Yes,
out, right? So how I can let you go to outside without my permission?
yes,
You it's your responsibility to make me understand and try to tell me where you are going right now and why, right? And being a parent is our responsibility, although you are on not on our place. So how you can
yes,
understand after, like, when you would be parents, then you think why my mother used to say that. And even I always said that एक दिन तुम मुझे जरूर याद रखोगी कि मम्मा ने ये बात बोली थी और ये मेरे काम आई है. तो मैं हमेशा
yes.
आई
My
ऑलवेज ट्राई
daughter
टू
is
कन्विंस
same
हर.
like that. My daughter is same like that. She always saying, "Mama, why don't you allow me to play in the outside?" But how can I understand that the wall is very toxic wall for all girls? But she doesn't
Exactly.
want to understand that reality. But I say, okay, let it be. If you want to play with your friends, then always try to keep it in a surrounding like a people surrounding, so that they can help you in your
Right.
problems. So that's how I always suggest them. You please, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even in our society, like elders are also not safe, right? So
Yes,
how we
exactly.
can.
And even we are not safe. It's not about
Yeah.
the kid. It's, I can say, no girls, like no matter a young lady, adult lady, or a newborn baby. Nobody are safe in this toxic world.
Exactly, exactly. Even these days, I think every kids they are aware, too much aware, even because of social
Yes,
media. So it's
yes,
better to hide something from our kids. Is try to
yes,
open before
yes,
they watch alone. Hidely is better to try to understand them what is this and what is benefit and what is not beneficial for you. So
yes,
be aware, and if you are getting kind of sign, so try to be wise also. Try to start shouting the
yes.
most you can do, right? So I
But
also.
yes, but fortunately, in all schools they are teaching the same thing, the good touch or bad touch. They all, it's not a worry about that, but you never know what will happen the next moment. As a
Yeah, I
girl
think.
mother, we sometimes, like, we always have to keep the eyes peeled every in each every moment.
Yeah,
So
and it's our
that's
responsibility to
how,
keep our eyes on them. It's very important.
yes, very important. Yes. So okay. So so how okay. So, what do you want to raise a child? Like a successful child or a confident child?
Uh, if I talk about myself, so I firmly believe that I would like to raise a confident child, because if we are making our kids child confidence, so they can lead success in their life very easily because they are quite confident in their life, right? They can handle any situation, and we already know, we are already aware that life is not rose upgraded, right?
Yes,
Adversity comes and go, we have to handle by our own. Everyone may
yes,
be, being parents, it's our responsibility to stand behind our kids, but ultimately they have to face their adversity by their own. So how?
exactly.
And it would be easy when they would be confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, I would choose the latter. And no offense to successful, a high chance of a successful child can become an arrogant person. But if you if you develop a confident child, no matter life will give you life will give challenge to them. They are just impeccable. They are so resilient towards their challenges. So a confident child is better than a successful child, because a confident child knows very well that how to tackle the situation in every facet of life. So I would choose the confident child. It's very important for this today's generation.
You said well, because in our society you must be fine, like some people they are very successful but they don't know how to behave with elders. They never
Yes,
try to carry their virtue with them. So it's better
yes,
to be confident and let them understand, let them handle their adversity by their own. That's how they would be
yes,
understand bad thing and good thing in their life, how to tackle, how to talk. It is very important, and I always say a saying goes here, like a personality without virtue is like a rose without fragrance, right?
yes,
So we should try to understand these things.
yes. Okay, so last but not the least, so how we take, like how you take that if your child feel that mama, I'm falling behind the others, I'm feeling slow down during my career, then how will you support them?
So I would like to be a strong pillar beside them, because everyone knows, and as we already share, life is not bed of roses, and every cloud has a silver lining, right? So it not means if they are getting failure in their life, so they have to throw in the towel. They should throw in the
Yes,
towel, right? It's part and parcel of our life, and consider our failure and adversity or anything, consider any negative things, consider as a best teacher in your life, right? If your thought process, if you are able to willing to share, see the problem as a teacher, it might be understand, it might be helpful for in your life, and you could be do better in your life, I would say. Yeah.
exactly. And I could resonate with you. We're unmuted. Uh, and I'll say that, Deepa, we are mother, and we are the comfort zone for our kids. If anything happens, we have to make sure that they will come to first, or they will come to us first.
I'm down to
We
this
have to
one.
give them that a comfort zone also. If
Right.
anything happens with my child in my future, then I will become the support system for her.
Hello,
I'm not uh,
hello.
discouraged that how can you do that, how
Hello.
can you do that, you have to be like her. I can.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will say that don't worry, I will be support system for you, and I will not discourage her that how can you do that mistake, and how you are not like your friend. I will not discourage that. I will tell that life is full of uncertainty and full of chances. You can't throw in the towel just a small failure, because failure is the stepping stones towards your success. And I'll tell that no matter what happens, I'll be with you forever, and you can give your shoulder to cry on, and life will give you the challenges. It's inevitable, you can't ignore that, but you have to keep that resilient and that confidence within yourself. That's how you can conquer the world with your confidence.
Yeah, exactly, because I think being a parents, we played a substantial role in our kids' lives, right? So how we
Yes,
can like criticize them, and
yes,
for our kids, we are a god. We are like a god, right?
yes.
So we should not criticize them. Even instead of criticism, we should try to understand their feeling and try to support them.
Yes, exactly. And it was a nice talking with you, Deepa. Thank you so much for connecting with my channel.